Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope you're just as happy as I am today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified anytime I post new content on this YouTube channel. Today I want us to have kinda reflective conversation, and it will be so basic. It will be so basic, and it will help us learn a lot of things in life that sometimes we are prided to see. Have you ever considered analyzing the relationship that exists between your mouth and your nose? Have you ever thought of how connected they are? Have you ever thought about the functionality of the two organs? Have you ever considered how they relate in their operation? Yes, when you look, the two organs are kind of two neighbors. They relate a lot, they are linked from inside, they are connected. That's why you can actually close your mouth and breathe by your nose. You can close your nose and breathe by your mouth. They are very connected. Actually, yeah, they are linked to an extent. One organ is aware when there is something wrong on the other. So, suppose you don't brush your teeth for about 5 days. What happens? Everybody around you will know. Yeah, your mouth will be smelling so bad. But what happens in you? Your nose will not tell you. If you're not careful, you will now notice. You have a nose next to your mouth, but you can't know that your mouth is stinking. Yeah? But somebody else around you will be first to notice that there is something wrong in you. So, how is that? How is my nose not helping me know my mouth is smelling bad, but somebody else knows that's far much from me, is very attentive to know that I have a bad smell that's coming from my mouth? That's how life is. That's the human predicament. It's very fast for us to know when others are making mistakes, but it's very difficult for us to understand what's wrong in us. Actually, it needs us a sixth sense and the highest level of self-awareness for us to be aware whenever we are making mistakes and to act upon them. We don't know how to challenge ourselves, but we know how to challenge others. That's why it's so easy for us to notice when others are doing things wrong, and we are very fast to correct them. But when it comes to us, we are very sensitive. We can be corrected, but we'll never accept that indeed we committed a mistake. It needs the highest level of reflection and self-awareness to be able to accept that we are really making mistakes and we are willing to work upon them to be greater persons. Look at this scenario. It's also very difficult for us as human beings to note when our sweat is stinking. You don't know. If you're not careful, you may not be aware that your sweat is making people around you uncomfortable. Actually, to some level, have you ever thought of removing your clothes, leaving them for a while, going out and then coming back and smelling them? That's when you hear the smell of your sweat. But when you have the clothes on your body, you will never know the smell. You will never know how your smell is like. But for others who are around you, they will know how your smell is, how you smell, how is your sweat. But for you, it will need you to isolate from that one thing, get outside, take some time, then come back so that you can feel it. Sometimes it's difficult to realize when we're making mistakes if we don't have the ability to first isolate from them, look them from a neutral distance. You need to go sit somewhere and look so that you can see what's wrong. But if you don't have that capability, you will never see your mistakes. You just keep on assuming everything is right from your side. Assume. You get into a toilet, and after you finish your business, you don't do a thorough cleaning down there. What happens? From you, it will be difficult to notice that you're stinking, but others will sense that bad smell from you. So that's why we are careful to make sure that we are clean before we come from our washrooms, so that those around us can be comfortable over, because sometimes we may fail to know when something is wrong from your side. It's difficult for us as human beings to notice when something is wrong in us, but when it's others, it's very easy for us to judge others. What does that teach us? It's good to have a moment for yourself where you at least isolate from whoever you are and watch yourself from a distance. Analyze yourself critically from a distance, and don't get emotional, because you will protect what's wrong in you. You will defend what's wrong in you. And from that side, you will not be able to criticize the wrongs in you. You just support them. And you will not be a better version of yourself. Do you know, Africans, it's very difficult for us to even take ourselves to hospital. You can have an aching stomach that disturbs you throughout. And because it's aches for about 30 minutes, you consider that normal. You start concluding, oh, it's maybe it's the food that I eat. You will seek medical attention the moment you will not be able to eat, or when you eat and throw up. That's when you realize that your situation is serious and it needs medical attention. Another serious scenario. Most of us, no time will sit and accept that we have a mental issue. We just defend ourselves. We just have any other reason that will validate the fact that we are not having any problem. Mental illness is a taboo to us. We will never accept whenever we have a problem. But you know what? Sometimes things get out of control. You fail. When things are out of hand, you can't control your own brain. Things are getting out of hand, and this needs the attention of those who are around you. And you know when you realize yourself, when you realize you have a problem, is the moment you are at the verge of getting into a mental hospital. But this is the situation you would have control very early, in its early stages, before anybody else would know that you're struggling with something.